Every single time we're about to start the podcast, you guys just all laugh.
I know.
Welcome to podcast number 5. Today we have one thing on the docket, which is Rob says he has an interesting bank account update. And then, and Shane has something that he's
We're
adding
fucking
later.
giddy for the bank
We have a
account
story.
update.
We're going to swap stories of the whitest things we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
In summary.
We can go through every race to
This
make sure
lumbar
we're
is
not
actually
racing.
not doing me any favors, but okay. So should I start with the bank account?
Hold on, that actually is so true. Literally every time we start the podcast, someone's laughing.
Yeah, and then I'm trying not to laugh because I know I shouldn't be laughing.
I know.
That's like a multiplier effect. When you shouldn't be laughing is when you want to laugh.
It's
the
like
hardest.
you're doing it because you know you shouldn't be.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so bank account.
You do
1,
not
2,
sound happy
3,
about
4.
this.
So at the end of every month / start, it's like car insurance, phone
It's
bill,
a new month.
all this stuff, and I forgot about it.
Didn't you tell us
Wait,
this
yeah,
last?
didn't we already have
like
this?
it was like
Deja vu.
There was some stuff that hadn't come out yet. It was like my phone bill I got to pay manually. I still haven't paid it.
Rob's just getting dinged twice.
Yeah, literally.
Dude, your credits could just tank it.
I don't have a credit card, so luckily.
But-
That's not how this
Rob, you
works.
still have credit.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, okay, it's not overdue yet, but it will be soon.
Yet.
Well, don't let it.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was like, I needed like $400, something like that, and then I know how I had asked my mom for money previously.
And she's
was
like, get a job.
She was like, "What happened to all the money I just gave you?" Mom, I had to pay my bills, and then they cut me off. They were like, "If you can't manage your expenses
Oh,
with the money
no.
we've given you, then like you have to figure." Like, they were like, "You're screwed. You got to go figure this out on your own."
That's
So
pretty good parenting, though.
Yeah, so I had to mull some options over. So I was like, do I want to like scour my basement and try and find like old antique things I can sell on Kijiji or something like that? I contemplated selling my car because I was like, I can't even afford it. But then I was like, wait, I need it for work and everything.
Yeah, for work. All the jobs he's going to right now.
yeah.
Just got to get up early.
Yeah, and then I was like, man, I was like debating on like picking up like contract, like landscaping work or something just for like a few weeks, like doing whatever, like, like winter prep, that kind of thing. No one's hiring just for a contract. Everyone will want you there to be for like years. Like you'd think landscapers are like pretty lax with like their contracting needs, but like, man, I felt like I was applying to like the army or some shit.
Just apply to
Yeah,
McDonald's.
in theory, you work there for like a month and just quit.
I know, but I kind of hint to that because like I feel bad. Know what I mean?
I don't want to hurt them.
You have to have no morals in
I
this
know.
situation. You need
I
money.
gotta be cutthroat.
I was like, your worry is you're gonna be working there too long. Like you don't have a job, Rob.
Yeah. But so what I did was I had to pull a pretty degenerate move. I had to dip into my mutual fund, retract some money. I go to the bank. The banker made me feel so bad. They were just like, you really shouldn't be doing this. And they were like, "This
Was it Drew?
No, I should have gone to Drew though. In
It
hindsight,
was just your tax free.
yeah. It was it was my mutual fund in my TFSA. I like went and they were like, you really shouldn't be doing this. Like if you really have to.
But now you're rich.
Yeah. So I'm like, so I took out a fraction of it, we'll say. But so like, so my plan is to like get by, pay what I have to pay, put whatever's left in it. The banker was just literally giving me the biggest like eye rolls the entire time. I'm like, I felt
man.
like
Fuck that
they're
person.
probably been like, man, this kid's so stupid. Like because they can see all my bank history and stuff like that. So they were probably thinking to themselves, like, what is this guy doing?
He's bought like 10 cartons of protein powder in the last month.
No, luckily I managed to swindle like a giant jug of protein from the Southman store I go to. So it was nice.
Like,
It's
You
for-
swindle.
for free?
He just walked out.
No,
with
like-
it.
Still paid 100.
They didn't stop me.
Rob's
Give
like
me the 5-figure discount.
Rob leaves. It still costs him like $250. Like, oh, great bargain. Let's go, guys.
No, what it was is like I go to this place in the mall near us, and then like the lady there, she's kind of like, I don't want to call her like a gypsy because I know that's offensive to some people, but she always like begs to read your palm. She'll do these like life number things where she takes your birth date.
That's so
and like
weird.
divides it by a bunch of things.
She's a gypsy.
And then she will be like, yeah, you're destined to do this. According to her, I'm on the same life path as The Rock. So that means I'm going to be like
what?
rich and famous at some
What the
point.
hell?
And then Rob's just like, I'll
I
take
hope so.
10 cartons of your protein right now.
But then,
Have you ever done any acting?
then I guess
This guy's been acting his whole goddamn life.
I was gonna say, I've
Look
made
at this
it
man.
this far. But then there was like this giant jug, and it was like $120. And I have like the kind I want. And then I go to the lady. I'm like, I really want this protein, but I can't afford it because I'm a broke student. She looks at it, and then she's like, you know what? You come in here a lot, blah, blah, maybe I can cut you a deal. She looks at it, and she's like, it expires in 5 months. So maybe we can like do this, blah blah blah, make some shit up on the spot, and took $50 off. So
Okay, that's not
friends
too
in high
bad.
places, right?
How much did it cost you still though?
$70.
$70, yeah.
But I would have had to pay whatever 70 plus 50 is.
120. You
120.
just said it like 5 seconds ago.
What?
So, Rob.
That lady
Yeah.
wants you.
Yeah, she does.
But add her to the list.
I messaged you about this. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I've told you guys about this separately beforehand. But I had a proposition, and also as
God.
like a small thing for reaching 10,000 subs on Twitch, was that we should do a boudoir photo shoot of Rob, like a calendar,
Oh yeah.
and then
Boudoir.
sell it. And then whoever buys it, like you'll get a cut of the money.
Just give the
If
man all
anyone
the
buys
money.
it.
My God,
Yeah.
give him like yeah.
Thing is, like, I would do it, but maybe not boudoir. Maybe like a sexy firefighter type.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Oh, we could do different sexy outfits.
Or like
each
or
month.
we do
for each
different
month.
But
sports.
like, well, where you're not gonna be naked, you're gonna have clothes.
Yeah.
This isn't freaking
I'll have-
Sports Illustrated like their
The
nude
body
edition.
issue.
Yeah, the body issue.
Just have him holding like a football in one picture, hockey stick over in the other.
And then
Yeah.
I'll be holding like something like that Twitch pillow on my
one
other
of them
hand
you
or
can just be
something like
holding
that.
Christian.
I'll be bench pressing Christian.
Yeah.
Sells one copy.
Hey,
to me.
To Christian.
to
Hey,
Christian.
thanks for the cut.
hey, even then, it's completely worth it.
Yeah.
You've
Definitely.
Okay, think about it, Rob.
You got no money.
Yeah.
Okay, first off, yeah, you got no money.
Yeah.
Second, you've been working out for like what 10 years
You
now?
might as well put those
6.
muscles to use.
Yeah, and all you have is show muscles. You might as well show
all
them
I
off.
have.
Sorry, Mr. Threw his back out lifting rocks.
This is the best
All
way
right
to
there,
convince someone to
Mr.
do
Ankle.
something by just making fun of them, just in case anyone is paying attention.
This is coming from Christian. Yeah, wait a second. Yeah.
I got to sleep on it a few times.
all right.
Baby,
But it's a
baby, let me
potential.
sleep on you.
Not boudoir, because I still don't even know what that means, to be honest.
I told you,
I know it's
boudoir's
like
lingerie.
or not being pregnant. Oh, I thought for some reason I thought you said after you finished being pregnant. So you take a
No, I
photo
said
shoot.
like a lot of women when they turn 40,
Oh, yeah,
they're
yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
that's
oh,
it.
I want to feel sexy again, so they take a photo shoot of them in like lingerie, and they're
And
like,
make a
oh.
calendar?
I
Like,
thought
yeah.
it was like a post-pregnancy.
No, I'm not gonna impregnate you and then take photos. Of
Just give him a belly.
Yeah. A buddy of mine was actually he was making a joke, but there was some merit to it. He's like, you could just be a sperm donor, $50 a pop.
I thought you don't get paid for it in Canada. I thought that was just the U.S.
I'm gonna go on a vacation very shortly then to the States.
a
Go to
permanent
Google.
vacation.
Oh, Google.
Oh yeah, yeah. If we're gonna fact check this, and if you do get paid for it here, I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Man, in all fair, you could do that.
Like it's
I mean,
serious
if it checks
thing,
out.
but like
And then in 20 years, there's like 30 people like, Dad?
Yeah.
Dad?
You just see a bunch of like
Vikings
kindergartners
fans.
with huge
Yeah.
fucking muscles walking through.
The Vikings like fan base just spikes.
This can be pinpointed to one person.
literally, I'm just gonna create a horde of people to follow me around.
Yeah.
Just a bunch
you
of
need those
mini
Instagram followers.
All I see on the screen is
A
how
bunch
to
of
earn
people get
$1,000
$50 off
donating
protein.
sperm.
It's okay. So it says Canadian and U.S. sperm banks will reward donors financially by rewarding them up to $100 per donation, or up to $1,000 if they donate 3 times per week.
Per
I
donation.
gotta donate.
Or like,
I have to donate 3 times per week to make $1,000.
man,
Yeah.
hold on,
I can
hold on.
I'm
donate-
gonna be a millionaire.
You're saying
I can literally donate 3 times a day if they want. Like,
Man,
I
as many times as you guys want, hit me up.
I
like-
can
Yeah.
jerk off 3 times a week and give it to the sperm bank
Yeah.
and make $52K a year.
Wait, I have a
Is
question.
that taxable? Is that like considered a civil service or something?
The thing is, though, where do you go to a place to do this?
yeah,
Can
yeah. You
bring-
go.
Yeah,
They hand you a magazine.
Yeah,
You-
yeah.
yeah, really?
Man,
Yeah.
they give you everything you need, like VHS tapes. like-
Yeah, whatever you want, whatever your style is.
They have like sex dolls all ready for
Yeah.
you.
Oh, Jesus.
Makes cleanup easy.
Yeah, I was gonna say hopefully they clean them between uses, but
Well,
Oh.
Christian is
depends
dialed in
what
right
one you
now.
go to.
It says that in Canada you don't get paid.
Aw.
And that's from Global News too. That's a
Well,
reputable
man,
source.
just take a quick trip below the border.
Yeah, I guess I
I can't get what you did.
below the border.
Yeah, I'm assuming
I
for
don't see
Canada
what I
you don't
did
get paid. You don't.
Oh my.
Below the border.
Oh
Man,
god.
that was-
That's true.
That was too smart for my own good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
jeez, that was like Jimmy Fallon level jokes right there.
Get this
One of
guy a
only
talk
2
show.
people in this room with a degree.
Yeah.
Can't understand a
Fuck.
joke.
I'll give you the fake laugh after too.
Yeah, that'll work. Laugh track.
There you go, full Jimmy Fallon.
Oh well.
Jimmy.
How was your weekend,
Jimmy.
Christian? What'd you do this weekend?
Sat here, literally just
He
recording.
literally
and
hasn't
editing.
moved since
took
got
his
back
first
from San
steps.
Diego.
Yeah, injury update.
So I've been walking around an okay amount. Whenever we go out, I still bring crutches just because it's not worth it.
You bring
Not worth the risk.
couches?
Crutches.
Yeah, bro. He brings a whole couch with him.
I'm like, Annie, pack up the couch. We're going to dinner. But
We're going to McDonald's and eat the couch.
we went to a restaurant right before the podcast and I was crutching around, but like I can walk around the apartment. It's a weird sensation because like when you take your first step, all I can feel is just like when when your foot's asleep and you try to use it and you feel that tingling.
Yeah.
That's all I feel every single time I take a step. The
okay.
first
That makes
time.
sense though. It's been like 2 weeks now of just partial use.
Yeah, and so like I don't know whether it's mainly just like my foot hasn't been used, so it feels weird, or if it actually is pain.
What if
'cause it's
it-
like a sensation?
Definitely just a fuck ton of nerve damage.
What if it feels like that for the rest of your life?
You're
I'm
gonna lose
just
your leg.
chopping it off.
You're gonna lose your
Aw.
leg. Yo, maybe in like 5 years from now, Christian can be like Anakin Skywalker and just have like a mech leg replace his like sprained
All right,
ankle.
sure.
you'd have the first Tesla leg.
Do you guys want to
Fair.
hear like a plan I have in case they ever do that kind of shit?
All right, let's hear it.
What shit?
I'm gonna get a job doing like manual labor,
Okay.
purposely get my limbs cut off, and then get them all replaced, and I'll have a sick lawsuit.
You can't
against the
get
place
workers'
I work-
comp. You literally just said you were gonna purposely do it.
And now you're
You
done.
can
They're
never
not
get
gonna-
workers' comp again.
They're not gonna hear me say
This
this.
is on the internet forever. I could
Well-
just see Rob going to like a construction site and they just have like a giant baler or something. He's like, well,
Fuck
just
it.
flies
Yeah.
right
Stick
into
my
it.
arm
Don't
in
need
it.
this.
This
Stick
is my
your
chance.
arm right
It's
in.
like I don't even work there either. Just some random dudes. Hey, you guys gonna pay me workers' comp now?
Walks up to the office with like a bleeding stump. You owe me.
It's like, so where's your employer number? It's like 69.
Our nasty 69.
Oh, you messed with the new guy.
It's perfect.
Yeah, I don't know though. How long do you think it'll take until that happens? Will they have like Star Wars level?
Never.
Like
I feel like they almost already do.
yeah, like
They have ones you can control with your head.
really.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
but those are also like a full setup that's connected to the roof. Like it can only go on designated paths where it's connected.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
I was just talking ones where they like tap into the existing.
Yeah, you
muscles.
can,
Oh, okay, yeah, but
you can connect, like, you just have to teach, like, your little nub how to do certain things.
Yeah.
And then that translates to
Yeah.
finger movement.
it's not like your brain's just like
Oh,
move
yeah.
arm.
Yeah.
Do they
Those-
have that?
That's
though?
called
They do have
that's
that,
called
but-
telekinesis actually.
They, I saw a GIF on Reddit the other day of that, and it was like a guy I think was like full quadriplegic, neck down, and he was walking, but it was like
He was walking.
What?
it was like so it was basically like those old scuba suits in the day with like the huge
Yeah.
helmet and like
It's like Pacific Rim. Have you seen that? Where they have like the mechs piloted by like a mind connection.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it was
All you have to do is find someone who has the same
It's like the
disability
book
as you.
Armada.
You can pilot a giant mech.
but it was basically that, and
That's
like
my
the
theory.
arms were massive, the legs were massive, but it was like moving, but it was like on a track on the roof. It could only go in a straight path. But they said that he was controlling all the arms and legs with his mind.
At
so.
least, like,
With
hey,
his mind.
for a dude that hasn't probably walked in
Yeah.
forever,
Mhm.
that's
Again,
sick.
this is getting to territory where just like telephones, I just don't understand how you like. How does the computer know what your mind is thinking, and they
I
transform
don't
it
get how
into
to
a
text,
signal?
No, but actually,
Like for real, man.
How?
that's some
Like,
next level shit.
Most of it's done by like just nerve signals. I
So
think.
like it can sense like where your eyes are looking or something like that, or like
well, okay, so there's eye trackers. That's something different.
Yeah, yeah,
like I
yeah.
have right here on my computer an eye tracker,
No,
and
no.
all it does is just like
no big deal or anything.
Look at me, I got an eye tracker and a Tesla.
It's gold plated.
Yeah.
I sit in front of the computer, and it basically just uses cameras to detect like where your pupils are looking at, and then like detects like what it would look like, because you have to do a calibration thing where you're like, look at this spot, so it knows where your eyes are looking when you look at that spot.
You should do one of
And
those
then
videos where it's like you have like boobs and like stuff, and it's like scroll through and try not to look at it. Oh man,
Stupid Twitch thoughts.
Yeah, I would not. I wouldn't
Get
last
copy strike.
in one of those videos.
and
Man.
dumped.
You just saying quad made me think of a story from high school.
What?
All right,
Yeah.
we're waiting.
So I was in law class, and my teacher was basically teaching us the concept of like, for marriage, you have to consummate a marriage. Like
Yeah, you have to have
legally,
sex.
you have to have sex to be legally married.
Really?
Yeah.
If you don't have sex, it's grounds for divorce.
Yeah,
or like annulment.
What?
Annulment, not divorce.
Yeah. If you want to get an
Man.
annulment and you haven't had sex yet, technically you
So-
can just.
Yeah, just to interject. So that's why, like, if you go to Vegas and you just get married on a whim, but if you never consummate the marriage, you can just get it annulled.
So
But if you have sex, then
this is a very outlandish reference, but it's first hand in my mind. So in Game of Thrones, when they get married, and like there's the remember like they carry
Yeah.
the husband and wife off to bed, and they're like blah blah blah. So that's a
That's
thing.
why.
That's
Yeah.
literally what happens
That's a
in real
thing
life.
in real life.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Damn.
That's why
Anyways,
honeymoons are a thing.
did you just go and just fucking do some
Fuck.
climbing
Just
for
go
a
and
week
fuck,
or two?
yeah.
But
Some
you were
destination. Anyways, yes, you were saying.
So there's always that one kid in the class who's like kind of trying to be funny, but he also has like a legitimate question. And
was
he's
that
just
you?
like, no.
I use the dumb
Well,
one.
like usually, but not in this case. And and he's literally like, "What about quadriplegics?"
Aw.
Bro, just like we literally had that reaction, but like at the same time, it's like, what about quadriplegics?
Yeah, what do they do? They gotta put
It's
on.
like-
They just have to put on the Iron Man suit, and they're good to go.
Literally. It's like-
is their mechs having sex like enough for consummation?
I guess we need to delve into the. Would that be IP, intellectual property? Probably not.
What?
Of a mech?
Intellectual property means that you own the rights to like produce stuff.
On
the
the
actual-
right to produce baby mechs from two existing mechs.
It's the last.
If only that's how
little raw
technology
baby
works.
mechs.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, I
He's
know-
done a lot of research. This guy-
I
It's a lot
know
of
He
marriages.
loses one foot and he's just like, "What if I become quad?"
yeah.
no, I remember this was like on a Reddit thread where I was just talking about like
Uh-huh.
what the different levels, like what different places consider what actual sex is.
Hmm.
Because like in some places, oral sex is not considered sex,
Well, it's not. That's the same as here.
but
Right.
in
I
some
don't-
places it is.
But
Like,
is oral enough to consummate
Yeah, I
anywhere?
was just gonna ask.
so that's
that.
what it'd be like if you're a quadriplegic, you can do oral.
Yeah, but what if you're like a octoplegic?
That's not a thing.
What if you're Octomom?
Yeah,
If you're Octomom, you've definitely consummated the marriage.
Yeah.
Eight
like
times.
you have two quadriplegics
At once.
I mean,
Do they just like Stephen Hawking like dirty talk each other? Does that count?
I love you.
have you ever seen that
I
Family
love
Guy?
I want to fuck you.
Have you seen that Family Guy episode where there's
No.
two quadriplegics and they just throw them in bed and they're just like, oh yeah, with the robot voice, but they're not doing
Family
anything.
Guy.
Dude, we basically just wrote Family Guy.
Hey.
That was the exact conversation the Family Guy writers had
Yeah.
up until the point.
Side note: Family Guy has gotten way too soft compared to what it used to be.
Really?
I haven't watched it in 5 years.
It'll be on
Yeah,
TV every
neither
now and
have I.
then, and it's just like dick jokes. It's back to that kind of stuff. There's
Was
no more
it-
like politics or like.
Was it with you guys that I realized that Cleveland Brown is named
Yep.
after?
Yep.
Okay.
That's
I
what-
think that was episode 2.
Mhm.
Oh my god. We're already looping back on the podcast.
Timestamp it.
Yeah.
Have I told you guys about my charm?
Wait, what?
Not again.
I'm broke. Did you guys know that?
Oh yeah, we knew that from the beginning.
Everyone did.
So what's this white story?
Yeah, Shane.
Okay, I found the whitest thing I've ever seen in my life. Christian
pull
will
up
bring
the
it up.
link.
Okay, so it's literally
Oh,
like
shit, we
can
got a
they see
picture?
it?
oh
Can-
yeah, so it's
It's
literally
like Dr. Seuss.
so it's like a cranberry thing. They do a big cranberry harvest every year. They toss all the cranberries in the water, okay, and then people come and take fucking pictures of it.
Oh gosh.
You literally pay $15 to take that picture.
Man.
Can they see the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean when I'm drinking vodka crayons, like
Someone's fucking.
some
someone's
broad's
gross-ass
just been
boots.
splashing around
Oh
and
my
taking
god,
pics?
yeah, she's gargled your cranberries.
I really want to know why they decided on this photo as like their
Yeah.
flagship
'Cause
thing.
look how
Person
much
that's-
fun
they've
she's
been-
having.
Yeah.
Looks like she just got pushed into the pile of cranberries.
Man, honestly, that'd be so much fun though, just like dicking around in cranberries with some hip waders on.
Oh yeah.
Again, it just
Oh.
further proves my point.
Is it at the Skoka Lakes too?
Yeah.
My favorite part's that the
I know
the
what I'm doing this
website is
weekend.
called cranberry.ca.
Like, how'd they get that? Good for them.
Can you send me that?
No.
Wait, do they have availability this weekend?
Weekends drop in only.
Everybody, how much? But you have to pay to get into
Oh,
it.
and then October 18th is the Cranberry Festival.
That's after my birthday.
Oh god.
We going,
let's get it.
man. The
Look at
sickest
this, though.
thing.
Look at this.
Okay,
is
that's the photo I sent.
Look at this.
This is some fucking.
Scroll to the bottom. There's like a disclaimer. You have to be bigger than like 4'6". Sorry,
That
Our-
chick's
sorry,
not
Drew.
bigger than 4'6".
Our smallest boots are men's size 7.
Sorry, Drew. Not looking
Ah,
good for you, buddy.
Rough.
Drew puts the
Man.
boots on there above his neck.
The waiters.
It's okay. I can just go deeper.
Oh.
There's one video. I think it's a Red Bull guy, and he has a wakeboarding video of him just wakeboarding with a winch in cranberry fields, and it looks
Really?
so fucking cool.
That looks pretty cool. Yeah.
A winch?
Yeah,
Like pulling them.
Oh.
yeah. So people like when they don't have boats, they'll just put a winch up to a tree, and they'll literally just like take it out and winch on like a run.
So it's like a measuring tape and you press the end and it just shoots back.
Oh,
into
okay.
the thing.
That helps a lot
You
more.
don't know what a winch is?
No. What? So what I was picturing before you said that was he has like the rope and then he's just like running along.
When Rob has to dummy down a
Oh my
situation,
God.
you know we've lost someone real bad.
What is a winch normally used for?
Like pulling
yeah,
a car
like
out of a ditch or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think I've ever fucking done that?
Yeah, jeez.
It can be used for many things, but
Yeah.
wakeboarders use it for, well, wakeboarding sometimes.
Okay.
Amongst other uses.
But man, it's so cool. It's so visual just because, like, as he cuts, like, literally just a wave of cranberries just goes up.
That's
in the
actually
air.
sick.
It's so cool.
That's a dream come true.
Highly recommend watching it if you have
I
time.
guess you like for cranberry juice and stuff, you just smush it, right? So like it doesn't matter if anyone crushes it or what.
Again,
they
I
do
don't
to it.
understand
They're
why do
making
you
it
I don't
that
like
picture.
anything
why
with
do you
cranberries.
why do you harvest it and then toss it in the water?
Yeah. Why don't you sell them?
Drew, you're white.
Like, do they need?
I'm not
do
that
they need to
way,
like the fermenting? They've crafted like
Fuck
this
it, I don't
fermenting
know.
process that like people like it steals a bit of your soul or something. Is
Probably.
that?
I'd
get it.
imagine it's probably just like, so it sits in water.
I fucking
said?
don't know.
Just so they don't dry out, maybe.
Probably.
I don't get it. So
I have
that's
no
what I'm
idea.
drinking, just dirty lake water.
Actually, yeah, that would make sense because like if you like pick an
Well,
apple
they'd
and you just
filter
leave
it.
it there, it dries
How
up.
do you
Yeah.
filter a lake?
Well, no, they'd filter it after
With a giant filter.
with a pool filter.
They just have one of those guys with like the pool filter things at the like front of the river where the water's flowing. It's like,
And
Do
he
they
just
say?
is like-
Do they say why they leave it in the water?
No, that's just for photo ops.
That's so stupid, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like you pay $15 to just take
That's
a
the
picture.
thing, though, man.
$15?
$15.
Dude,
I'm out.
there's
Yeah.
like
Well,
like-
that cut Rob out right away too.
yeah, literally $15. Fuck that. But there's like designated like Instagram like tourist spots now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really annoying. It's like you go to Toronto, for example, and you go to like I forget what the park's called, but it's like the
big-
cherry blossoms. or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
It's like, man, one of my ex-girlfriends dragged me there, and the entire park is just like guys staying there holding their girlfriends' phones, taking pictures of them.
Oh
Classic.
god.
It's
or like
so
the
annoying.
Toronto sign itself.
Yeah,
like
literally.
I've seen it in literally a
I've seen it
million.
once
There
a day
was-
on Instagram at least.
There was that one on Highway 6, the sunflower one.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
I was driving down it one day, and there was just cars lined up,
Yeah.
people running. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And then I read later that it was the sunflower thing, and they had to shut it down just because people were running across like 100. They're like, people are whipping down there at 110
Yeah.
with kids just like running across the road.
It's
and
so
we're like,
fucked.
what the
Yikes.
fuck?
And it's like one of my most recent ex-girlfriend was huge on Instagram, right? Loved it. Like had like 6 accounts.
That explains why you had pictures with her.
Yeah.
Oof.
I had to get rid of those, unfortunately. We're just gonna let sleeping dogs lie on that one, but literally, like I got dragged to so many fucking like hipster ass like. There was no it's like an ice cream store has neon signs everywhere, and the
This is
lights
where-
are made of like cotton candy.
This is honestly
and
where
shit.
Rob went broke because
Yeah,
he's like
dude,
they're like they
I'm
got
not
the
even
pictures.
kidding, man. And it's like, and it's in me to like always want to offer to pay just because like
you
know,
idiot.
I know,
Yeah.
and it's like I was paying for everything,
But it's
and
like-
shit I wouldn't even want to do. It's like,
These-
I'm not trying to pay to go into some fucking like cookie dough.
He gets these
eatery.
pictures and then she's like, "Oh, let's get ice cream." Rob's like, "Yeah, sure, I'd like some ice cream."
Yeah.
Looks like 13, 15
Dude,
bucks a
literally,
cone.
this stuff is so expensive too. Went to this one like peanut brittle place, and guess how much like one little sachet of peanut
know.
brittle was? Just guess.
20.
Yeah, $21.99.
Oh,
Close.
But there's like 2 pieces in there. This is a snack for like one person.
Yeah, that was
peasant.
like my ex.
Yeah, it's just like I'm not trying to go to all these free little spots and like spend. It's like when it comes time to pay, it's like, oh, they'll be like, oh, I got it. Sorry, I'm going on a rant right now, as you guys can probably tell.
Oh,
but it's just like
I'm loving it.
it's just like oh, like it's like oh, I'll pay, and then the bill actually comes, and it's just like that like awkward, like you're in no man's land where it's like
see, I don't have that. It's just
Yeah,
oh, I'll
you're
pay. I'm like,
lucky
no,
then,
no,
man.
no. You sure? Here you go.
it's just like if you were gonna pay for it, then fucking pay for it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, like
But,
don't say it to try and bait something.
Yeah, or it's like I'm gonna pay for it. It's like, but they know they're saying it just to make you pay for it, and like the big picture of things. You know what I mean?
See,
It's like I'm gonna pay for it, but when the bill actually comes, oh, like I'm gonna be on my phone or something. That way, it's like kind of like inferred that they want you to pay for it, and it's just like
When me and
Unlucky.
Annie first started dating, on our first date, we went and we would like alternate because we went pizza hopping, like a bunch of different
You're
pizza
lucky.
places, and she like would pay for one, I'd pay for one, back
Hey.
and forth, and I was like,
that's the way to do
solid.
it. Any
Yeah.
ex-girlfriends listening, that's how you're supposed to do it.
Brisif actually pays
I'm not
for
mad
shit.
about it.
It's awesome.
It's because you can't afford shit.
Yeah, I was-
Well,
yeah.
until
Correct.
recently. Until recently.
Tell her recently.
Yes.
I was about to say she's been employed for like 5 years. You've been unemployed.
10.
You were Rob
10
literally a couple
years?
years
Yeah,
ago.
On a positive note, though, my first ex-girlfriend, who you guys all knew, she had bought me Call of Duty the year it came out. So
Oh.
Unreal.
that was when I was like,
Well,
is this what love feels like, man?
No, it's because she was
one
just like,
yeah, she was like 30.
yeah, literally.
I was gonna say she was 30 and you were 17, and she's like, gotta occupy him until he turns
Yeah,
18.
she's like, I ain't trying to babysit him. I gotta get him eat up his time somehow.
Can't get in the 18A games. You gotta get them.
Yeah.
Also, before we get too far off track, just to answer your question about the cranberries, it
Oh,
says
yeah.
that they're grown above water, and then they're like shaken off the trees.
Not
and then
stirred.
they fall off the tree, and then they like float
Gin and
across the
tonic.
water because they have like a little pocket of air in them. So I guess it's just a harvesting method. It's just to, like, instead of having to go through and pick them,
And then
just
they just
float.
corral them all.
So the
Alright,
trees
that's
are
kinda
like
cool.
over water, and then they just like cull
Is
them
it a tree or a
downstream
bush?
to a harvesting area.
It looked like a bush.
Huh.
It said it had 18 inches of water, so like a foot and a half.
Well, I'll let you know when I go this weekend.
You're fucking
Are you
loser.
actually going?
No.
Oh, fuck. We should
Well,
go
maybe
for
depends
shits.
where it is.
But yeah, I don't think.
Yeah. Oh, that's like a 2-hour drive if it's in
Muskoka?
Muskoka, yeah.
Isn't that like a
Plus.
4-hour?
3
No.
hours.
It's
Nah,
like 3. Well,
Or no,
you'll
I'm
hit
thinking
traffic.
of,
I've only been
okay.
there
Depends
once.
where
and
in
it was like 2.5.
Muskoka you're going.
But I don't know.
We
Regardless.
can drive up in my car. We don't have to pay
Yeah.
for any gas.
Well, I just have to find a charging
But then
station.
Rob's gonna feel guilty when he gets there, and he's gonna have to pay for your pictures, your cranberries, your.
It's like,
I'll be like, I'll pay.
I'll
Rob's
pay.
like,
No,
I got
no,
this.
I got it, please.
Picks him up, throws him in the cranberry. No.
Head
Card's been
first.
declined 6 times.
I'm finding the way
God.
to pay for this. It's like, what about my shirt? Will you guys barter for this?
Yeah.
What was the story? Oh, so the whitest thing I saw was actually on behalf of me, but it was pointed out to me from my ethnic friends how white I was being.
Okay.
You
So
have ethnic friends?
I
have
was just
plenty.
saying that it's okay.
yeah. So I was making asparagus the other day, and like
Mhm.
I thought I was being
It's a good start to the story, I think. Yeah.
I thought I was making it like somewhat fancy, put it on a sheet of tinfoil in the oven and shit.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Sheet of tinfoil in the oven.
I put a picture of it on my Instagram, and then one of my Middle Eastern friends sends a quote, like, you can kind of like take someone's story and send
Yeah.
it back, and he's just like, "What'd you put on it?" And I was like, "Oh, just some salt and pepper." He's like, "Did you put any olive oil?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "So did the salt and pepper stay to the asparagus?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "You're so fucking white." he's like, "You white people will find a way to cook anything in the oven because you're just lazy." And I was
That's
like, "That's
fair.
honestly pretty true, man."
Yeah.
Like, if I go and buy meat, I'm gonna just think I look at the back, it's like, can't cook in the oven. I'm putting it back down.
Exactly.
Literally,
Yeah.
man. I don't have the energy to
But
barbecue.
really? Well, Annie made asparagus the other day, and she did the same thing as you, except for she actually put oil on
Yeah.
it.
I just was like, I have a very like neutral palate, you could say, or like
Sure. Lazy
inexperienced.
palate?
Yeah.
Lazy. I think it's yeah. I
Yeah,
think we all
lazy.
do though.
It's like
I
when
don't
we
know.
go out for Indian food, if I go for Indian food, it's like, all right, I want butter chicken and rice. You know what I mean? Or it's like Greek food. It's like I want like a chicken wrap
like
and like
souvlaki chicken.
yeah.
Mhm.
And
I'm not
some
trying to
rice.
have like these fucking like I don't know
curry,
curry
Szechuan.
with lemon, pepper, garnish, and radishes and shit. You know what I mean? It's just like
radishes.
radishes. Just give me what I'm
Fuck
used to.
radishes.
Does radishes even like include? Are they even included
Probably
in
not.
Indian cuisine?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm the
by-
same way though.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of asparagus, so I had completely,
asparagus.
The ends are the best.
I
Fight
had
me.
completely forgotten that asparagus makes your pee smell.
Like
Oh, yeah.
asparagus.
So when we had it,
Smells
I
great.
ate a bunch. I ate like 10 sticks,
Jeez.
and then I went to the bathroom and I peed, and I was just like, "What smells so bad?" And I was like, "Are the pipes like rusting or
your
something?"
pipes were
Yeah.
And I called in Annie. I was just like, "What is this?"
Annie!
And she didn't remember either. And she was like looking around. She's like, "What happened? Like, is the bathroom just awful?" She's like, "The other bathroom smells bad too." And we were trying to diagnose it.
After she
Oh.
And
peed
then-
in it.
And then she like texted me later. She's like, "Oh yeah, asparagus makes you smell bad when you pee." I'm like, "Oh."
It's literally like the gangrene from his foot's worked its way
Yeah.
up.
It's spreading.
It's like
Oh,
what,
no.
with the bends, like the red lines just creeping up his
Yeah,
arm.
oh.
Yeah. Yikes.
I'm
Yeah.
dying.
Asparagus makes your pee smell. I'm trying to think
And
about-
it's so good.
I think that's the only thing. Yeah, it's like it's rewarding. It's like, oh, I digested this asparagus, and now my pee smells like it.
But,
I
like,
love that's
if
the
you
reward
toss-
I'm looking for.
if you
Rob's
toss
just
some
like
like
selling in the bathroom. Like, yeah, I did it.
olive oil, salt, pepper, and when they come out, just like some lemon juice on it. Oh baby,
Drew, you
I'm
put
getting
lemon juice on
hungry.
everything.
I put that shit on everything.
I put that shit on everything.
This
It's
is
so
why
good,
if I ever have like
Kids?
Well, actually, yeah. If I ever have kids, or if I'm ever just like staying at home all the time, and I don't want to ever cook, I'm gonna hire Drew as my chef.
Buddy,
I still
will
think
whip
we
you
need
up
to like
something
one
nice.
day have like a once you make it even bigger, just have like a cook off.
Yeah,
you can make
literally.
the best like single dish.
Yeah, that's a sick idea.
It's not
why does
even.
this have
It's
to be
not
when-
even up for debate.
Why does
No,
this have to be when I'm
Well,
bigger
you're
though?
funding.
I
You're
have no
funding.
idea.
for
You
that.
need a bigger
just 'cause,
kitchen,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, you need a bigger kitchen.
We have like 3 barbecues downstairs by the pool.
Let's do it.
Okay, well, if you
have to,
fund
like,
it, let's
you have to,
do
like,
it.
Rent them.
No, it's free use.
There's someone like a family comes
Our
down to cook
slash.
their dinner. We're just our barbecuing like one piece of chicken at a time.
Yeah.
I would be down for a cook-off though.
Man, I would whoop all your
I'd
asses.
whip. I knew, man.
My vote's on Drew. Yeah,
Man, I lived actually. Thing is, I cook a lot of food when I'm on my own because I have to eat a lot, but it's very plain.
mine's very
Buddy,
basic too.
Yeah,
I'm the family chef.
Yeah.
really.
Drew
Yeah.
cooked me a like a mean turkey burger once.
Jeez,
I forgot
from
about that.
scratch.
No,
No.
I definitely bought it.
It's
Yeah.
probably like a Lily Dale.
But it was
like, out of a
cooked
fucking
perfect.
package.
He bought it from the hot deli.
Yeah, all right,
There you
it's already
go.
pre-cooked. He heated it up.
All right, Drew. What's the most complex dish you've ever prepared?
Complex? I don't know about complex, but like
/ tasty.
tasty, man.
Like the average person couldn't make it. We'll put it that way.
So garlic parmesan smashed mini potatoes.
That
Probably
was too many adjectives.
But he's already won.
Dude,
like
that-
with one
Some-
play, it's already
some
over.
sort
The
of
word
veg.
garlic.
Asparagus is a good one because like you can cook it pretty much anywhere. Toss that shit on the barbecue, like it's good. Toss it in the oven. Or broccoli. I like some broccoli too.
Oh, man.
And
Shouldn't
then,
have
like,
asked this question.
A
I'm
nice
getting hungry.
AAA beef tenderloin steak from Zares, cooked to perfection.
Oh, gosh.
Medium rare
Yeah.
with some nice steak rub
Again,
on
I
it.
think he wins.
Mine's like
It's
chicken with barbecue sauce on it.
Mine's like pesto chicken, but I do it in the slow cooker. So you like
Oh,
shred
yeah.
it, and then you just add pasta after, and then mix it all
Dude,
together.
slow cookers are a life hack.
Oh,
if you're
they're
a
insane.
If you're a student, get a slow cooker.
If you're a
true
human,
that.
If
Or
you're
a
a human-
rice cooker.
yeah, just get
Yeah,
a slow
rice
cooker.
cookers too.
My specialty is just simple done really well.
Yeah, mine's specialty is just.
Oh my
That's
god!
like the tagline
Put
of
that
like
on a
a.
resume.
Yeah,
what the hell?
goddamn, Drew.
I was gonna say that's like the tagline of a cooking show.
If I ever
Simple.
make a
Simple
restaurant,
done really
that's
well.
so good. Like that's the perfect.
Yeah, that rolls
like,
off the tongue, man. You should trademark that somehow.
Yeah, honestly, get
Fucking
on
hell!
it.
Let me get the iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's make a cooking channel.
Let's
I'm
do
good.
it.
So
Simple
YouTube-
done very
The
Varsity-
Varsity Gaming Channel's dead. Let's start something else.
Screw the
Varsity-
podcast.
We got varsity cooking,
Oh
Cooking-
yeah, we can just spiral. Yeah, we can. Someone
varsity
can do
cooking, varsity
fishing.
fishing.
hunting.
I'll do varsity fitness.
Yeah,
You can-
varsity fitness.
You can
It's
do
the lowest
varsity
sub-channel.
varsity dumbass.
That's true.
He pointed at me.
The funny thing is, they don't know who you pointed at, so you could have just been saying
It could be anyone.
Varsity Lego
Oh,
that we
This
never
is great.
finish.
Hey,
Oh.
let's-
We've been on that bridge for 3 months
man,
now.
set up a time. We'll do both of them one
Wednesday.
stream. Well, can't do Wednesday.
Are we climbing? Oh, no, we can't.
No,
climb
it's
either.
it's my
no.
parents' wedding anniversary.
Wow.
So you're booked the whole night
So
because
you
they
gotta
got
be
married.
no, Drew.
No,
that
They
means-
literally want you to leave
that
the
means
house
you
so
gotta
they
be out
can
of the
do
house.
their thing.
Yeah.
I'm booked until 8 when they fall
Oh,
asleep on the
perfect.
couch.
Yeah,
Dude,
fall
Yeah,
asleep on
yeah,
the
yeah.
couch.
Okay, they're
yeah.
waiting. The
Yeah.
doors
Listen.
slam.
Whatever they do, I don't care. I'm going climbing.
I'll do the massage. I'll keep you at the gym an extra 30.
My man.
When Shane
Oh.
goes to go pick you up, his mom's just like, "Here's a 5."
She's like, take him for ice cream after you're done.
I'm down for like a 5-hour sesh.
Yeah, we'll see.
Jeez.
We got when you're better, we got to do a climbing video.
A POV
The
climbing
people
video.
want to see it. The people want to see it.
I'm tempted to not, simply because it'd be really easy to track us down.
What do
Yeah,
you mean? Like
people
it's not like
wanna
it's
see
like
it.
at our house.
No, but it's at the one gym.
Oh, I guess if they were because we go there
Yeah, we
multiple
got two
times.
now.
I mean, I don't even know
was
where
gonna
it, I don't even know where it is, and I live here.
That's fair.
But I guess
Yeah,
that's
but
also.
You don't
like,
rock climb either.
Yeah.
You don't watch my videos either.
I
I
watch so many
feel like
videos.
people would know. Like we dossed ourselves enough.
like. If anything, I'm at risk here, man.
Yeah, because you posted your address publicly on Instagram.
There are little people in like the Discord like, this is Rob's license. Look at me, I am Rob now.
I don't know. I think you should bring a camera to the gym or to the rock climbing. I should bring a camera to the gym with me and see what happens. I've never tried that before.
Well, okay, so I've
Wrong
wanted to, or I've thought about getting into like lifestyle videos and like vlogging videos in the past, just because usually they're pretty easy. Like cooking videos are the easiest fucking thing in the
Yeah.
world to make. Like you literally set up a camera.
There's a huge niche thing
That's it.
out
I would
there
just
too.
like to say one thing about this whole doxing thing.
Mhm.
How many people do lifestyle vlogs and they're still alive? They're fine.
Everyone.
But they usually go to different places. It's not like they're going to the one local shop in their
Wait,
area. And
People do meetups all the time.
What was the question? Like just saying that people have put themselves out there before and
Yeah.
they're not dead. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
like to
and
an
also-
extent. Maybe not to Rob's
So
extent.
there's a few people who have died.
Yeah, but
they.
it's like a 0.001%.
It's like Darwin.
Has there been a recent example of a YouTuber / streamer been getting stalked and killed?
Christina Grimmie.
I don't know who that is.
I have no. Phil
She
said-
was a singer. She had a concert and someone came in and just shot her on stage.
Jesus.
What are you gonna do about that?
She was
though?
at a concert though.
Yeah.
Like that's not a doxing.
So just don't host the music.
So a recent one was. Well, how recent are we
Well,
talking? Like 2 years ago? Is that recent enough?
like and it, like
Actually, a year and a half ago now.
let's say recent enough to be relevant to what we're discussing.
Okay, a year and a half ago, from around today, it was like Gavin Free and Meg Turney. They're two popular online content creators.
If you ever become that big, okay, maybe. But yeah, that was
So
actually fucked.
For reference, Gavin Free is the slow-mo guys. He has like 11, 12 million subs.
Oh really? I didn't know. That.
And he's also part of
yeah.
Rooster Teeth that has like 8 million subs.
I don't even know that he had a name.
But anyways,
slow mo guy.
anyways,
They
they live in.
pops out of the womb.
They-
I name you Slow-Mo
He
Guy.
popped out in slow. He popped out in slow motion.
First name
Yikes.
Slow-Mo, last name Guy.
So they live in Texas, and a guy drove down from like North Dakota or something, drove all the way down to Texas with a gun, broke into their house, and was looking for them, and they hid in their closet until 911 arrived. And when 911 arrived, he shot himself in the driveway
That's fucked.
of their house.
I remember.
And
Mhm.
Actually, that rings a bell a little bit.
and so they found his diary or whatever of why he was doing it, and it was because he believed that Gavin wasn't a good boyfriend to Meg, and he wanted to save her from him. So he thought that if he went there and killed Gavin, because his plan was to kill Gavin in the house and then to take Meg with him, that she would like thank him and go with him.
So a couple
Willingly.
things.
Well, that's easy. You just don't have to expose.
dude, I
any.
can't even I can't even process.
But
that.
a couple
My
things like
brain
that's
is-
next level crazy.
yeah. Who lives in Texas? Man?
That's literally one specific case. Like literally, there's nothing else like that.
There's been a few other cases. Dr. Disrespect got his house shot at a year ago.
There's been 2 specific cases.
it's
Yeah,
just
but
like
that's America.
I'm just saying there aren't enough cases to warrant concern.
I don't think so at all.
I maybe concern
I wouldn't say enough.
if you live in America.
The fact that you could recite this off means you've spent way too much
Yeah.
time thinking of this already.
There's
and
also
it's-
I can guarantee you that if I actually looked into it, there'd be a lot more cases. These are only the cases people have heard about.
I don't want to stress you out, but like
he's already stressed it.
you're already stressed out. I
Yeah,
want to stress you out farther
if
by
you could
making
just
you
whip
record
these off,
like I'm just saying like you could find a way to like
I
not
feel like
mask it, but like if you just don't like hide all the landmarks, I guess.
No, that's
There's a way.
impossible. We'll just
When
go to
we're
when-
climbing up the wall, I'll just blur out everything
When
else
we-
besides us.
When we do everything, we just need to go to Toronto.
Yeah,
that's
fair
basically
enough.
it.
oh man, I'm so down to go to the climbing session in Toronto.
Sure. Once we're good.
I know
I
there's
told
one in
them,
Buddy, we're
Etobicoke.
doing V4s.
No way. I told him once we can consistently do V4s, that's when we can start looking around to do other things. Because that's when I think the wall's going to be.
Not like other things, but like
Top roping. And
Yeah, I should just come to the gym with me, man.
yeah, maybe
Pump
not,
some
though.
iron.
Hmm.
No,
A
My
rock
aunt's-
climbing
my
workout
aunt's
does
trying to
more than
FaceTime
a
me.
gym workout.
for your core strength probably.
For everything, it does your backs, your legs, your
Yeah,
arms.
but what about this? I'm flexing. My shoulder.
I'm
Those are the
flexing.
muscles you got to show in the calendar
Oh,
shoot.
man.
Yeah.
Rob, I guarantee you, if you come rock climbing, your forearms will be dead in
Oh yeah,
10
like
minutes.
I already have like I've sprained both wrists already from football, so like I'm probably not
Regardless
too strong.
of any wrist issue, your forearms will just like muscle.
And that's another thing to be honest. I've been a little
bitch.
bitch. I guess you could say bitch. I've been scared also because like I have really weak wrists and forearms just because I've literally sprained both of them.
It would
Drew's
strengthen
got
them.
tiny wrists.
Drew's been living with tiny, small wrists his whole
Get the
life.
tinies.
Someone actually stepped on this forearm during football and like shattered like half of it. Well, not
Man.
shattered it, but like because I would have needed a cast, but like they fucked up so much like
It would
like
be
tendons
just got
and shit in there.
bruised.
He just literally they tenderized
no,
him. Now
it's
he's
like-
he's
So it's,
tender.
now it's like what do you call the thing where you're have like it's like a disease in your forearms or like
Carpal tunnel.
Tendinitis?
carpal tunnel. Now it feels like I have that whenever I'm playing like on with the mouse and keyboard. If I have my hand here for too long, it starts to really hurt.
Man, it would
Oof.
strengthen it. Then you should come.
I don't know.
Hey,
We'll see.
No, it would be worse, wouldn't it? Because
hey,
you're gripping onto rocks, so you're providing like tension in your wrist.
It's like
yeah,
it feels
if
like
you
there's
do
like
it
So that would-
properly, it would strengthen it.
I don't think that. What?
It's like physio. If you fuck up your leg and your leg's all fucked, if you do the exercises properly, it
Yeah, but
strengthens.
if you
it.
literally if he has carpal tunnel, he's fucked.
what
I
I'm
don't
saying
think I
though
have
is
it. Just think some of the tendonitis or some shit.
what I'm saying though is like if you're rock climbing, you're putting a lot of tension on your arms no
Yeah,
matter
I get
what.
that.
So like, I don't think there's a proper way to like fix
Or
it.
just don't go crazy. Maybe not
No,
fix
like,
it.
I wouldn't like never do it in my entire life because I'm too scared I'm gonna injure myself. But I also wouldn't like be going like, where's the hardest wall? I'm gonna fucking do it. In
No,
10
yeah,
seconds.
you're gonna go and you're gonna do like the most basic. You're gonna do a fucking ladder, and you're gonna be done.
like how much do pull-ups help you for that?
No.
Well,
Like,
we were just talking about this. We're gonna start doing a shit ton.
I can
now.
because I
Yeah.
can
I
do
would
like
an
50,
unbelievable
I can do
amount.
like 50 pull-ups in like 5 minutes.
We were doing.
Well, I'll tell you next session because we're literally starting this tonight.
Yeah,
Shane and I
okay.
were doing crazy pull-ups on like little
So they have like finger boards where it's like you're trying to train your grip.
like
so
tech
it's like
decks.
so yeah, exactly. So you're like hanging, say, just on your fingers or on four fingers or like different grips. And yeah, we're doing chin ups
Yeah.
on those.
Oh shit!
What
Yeah,
did you do to your pinky?
I just noticed
painted.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like
you
bruised or something.
Yeah, there's just blood.
No,
All right,
It's
whatever.
just painted.
doesn't really answer any questions. But yeah,
I saw you going like this, and I was like, "Yo, am I seeing shit?"
I was like trying to track it. Like, did he break his pinky?
Fuck, I don't know, because if pull-ups are like any indicator of how like easy it would be.
So the thing is like the last bunch of sessions we've been doing, my forearms have burned out. But when I get home the next day, they're not sore. They're recovering. The
Yeah.
issue is now nothing else is burning out.
yeah,
My shoulders, my biceps. Whereas the first couple of times it was the biceps.
but even your arms look a little thicker, like from the wrist up.
Hey,
Yeah,
let's go,
compliments,
let's
here you
go.
But like
I've
for real,
lost
Here,
though.
all
what,
my
let me take my
muscles.
sweater off.
Yeah, one second. Let me take my shirt off.
Yeah. Oh, and also Christian's got a bit of a facial hair going, job going right now.
I've just been too lazy to shave.
He
We
can't,
roast-
he can't walk over to the razor.
No, he can't.
I can't trust myself standing there. I might
Yeah.
fall over and cut myself.
Mhm. Oh, I saw your stream talk about this on video or stream. I saw your
What?
chat talking about this today. Horror games. Are you going to start playing one
Oh yeah, so I've been thinking about it. Doing a few horror games
on
but I'm-
YouTube or
Fuck.
Twitch?
on Twitch probably.
Fuck that.
I don't know what though, because like I did Outlast 2. Also, Rob had the audacity to come into chat and be like, "You wouldn't be able to survive Outlast 1."
Not even knowing he played
I'm not
it
a little
already.
bitch. Meanwhile, this guy's like getting scared at
Dude,
Hereditary.
I can't do horror
Dude,
games.
I
They're
played
stupid.
Five Nights at Freddy's like 2 years ago.
I've never played that. I could do
Dude,
that.
play it. It scared the shit out of me, man. Like
Did
it's
they
like
go crawl into his parents' bed together?
no, literally, I was like, I made a noise. I was like, ah, my dad comes downstairs. He's like, what's going on down here?
Your mom runs in. Is it the devil?
Yeah.
Is it the devil?
Because back in the day when I would be playing like Ratchet and Clank or something, and I would get stuck on a boss, I'd be
Classic.
screaming my head off. My parents would come downstairs being like, "Are you okay? Like, what's happening?" I'm like, "Oh, I couldn't beat this." My parents, they give me the look. It's just like, "You're not our kid. You can't be."
Come on, man. Yeah.
Where
I don't
did we
know.
go wrong?
Honestly, but no, watching horror game playthroughs is like one of my favorite things on YouTube. So you should, if you put it on YouTube,
I
I would watch it.
I've been trying to think about what I want to do. I never played Outlast 1, so I might do that.
I installed it. It was very scary. I couldn't finish it.
Okay, everything's scary to you.
I'm a scaredy cat. That's why I like getting scared though.
No, I hate it. No,
Like,
thanks.
what was the last thing that truly terrified you?
Like,
Woke up,
actually,
looked in the mirror.
Like, no, we're talking like, if it was a movie or something, like hours later, you're still kind of tripped out about being in the dark or just kind of like stuff like that.
I don't think anything is
Come
ever.
on. There's something that scared you.
Like, I guess I've reacted to jump scares, but like, there's
No,
nothing, anything that's
like-
really like shaken me to my
That's
core.
lingered. Yeah.
Like you've never been like, okay, for example, here, so you can understand, it's like when I watch Paranormal Activity, I couldn't like be in the dark for more than like 2 seconds at a time.
No,
I
I
was
don't really
watching
get
some
that.
of those. I was watching one of those, like, I don't remember. It was one of those ghost
Yeah.
movies, and it wasn't that bad. Like, I could fall asleep, but
Yeah.
every time I woke up, all of a sudden your pile of wash
Yeah.
looks like a fucking
Someone
like
in your
a
room
ghost.
trying to
So
kill
like,
you.
the
Yeah.
worst.
so you literally like you wake up, you go turn the light on, and you realize you're an idiot. You go back to sleep, you wake up again, you're like,
Yeah.
my wash is looking at you. I do that.
Yeah.
But
Fuck that.
You spot the whole tree sitting in the corner.
exactly, and you literally you have to wake up and go see. Like,
You
I
have to,
know
like,
I'm being an
poke it
idiot,
and be like,
but
yeah.
yeah.
Dude, for Insidious 2, I want to say, there's that scene where the fucking thing, the demon or whatever, is like in the corner of the room in like a shadow, and that like I couldn't even look at the corners of my room like the next like week.
The only time I've seen it happen, like it wasn't to me. We just watched it, chapter
I haven't
1.
seen that yet. I heard it's pretty
The
good.
first one?
Yeah. And like I was laughing at it the whole time because I don't get
Because
scared.
you're super tough, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
Nothing
I'm a
scares
fucking
you.
swole boy.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I was laughing because like it's more of like a horror comedy. Like they have a lot of jokes in it,
Yeah.
and like the scary parts are
It's
more.
it's a thriller.
Yeah, it's more of a thriller, and the like scary parts are more of jump scares. It's just
I hate
or
jump
creepy
scares.
vibes.
I hate creepiness too.
You
I
hate
hate
everything.
everything. I'm not that. If it's designed to scare you, get away from me.
So I was fine with it, and then Annie afterwards was like really scared.
That's probably me.
Like when we were going to bed, and like I smiled. She's like, "No, you don't want to see it," because like I guess you guys haven't seen it in the movie.
I saw the first one.
Yeah, in the movie, the clown has like 10 rows of like sharp teeth, and that's how he eats people.
I
So
didn't
like,
know that.
and then like I was like jokingly trying to bite her hand or something, and she was like terrified. She's like, "Get away from me! Don't go anywhere near me."
I would
Knifes him?
I would have kicked you in your
A knife?
I would have sprained your other ankle if you tried doing that to me. Fuck
Man,
that.
And then I couldn't say like anything related to the movie. I couldn't do anything because she was like, "If you
That
say
sounds
it,
like
I'm
me,
gonna
man.
freak out."
When we watched Hereditary, I told my roommates, I'm like, if you guys fuck with me, like I'm going home for the week. I'm not even kidding. And they tried to. They would like knock on my door because like I sleep until like 11ish, and they would all get up at like 8 because they had class. They'd knock on my door and be like, Rob, and stuff like that. Or like I'd come down the one time the next morning I came downstairs and like I think 2 of them must have been gone, but 2 of them just like were hiding. So I came downstairs to an empty house, and like I knew they should have been there. So I was like, guys, like where are you? And I'm like looking around the corners of the house and stuff like that. I then just went back upstairs and just locked my door until I heard someone move. I was like, and it's like bright out. It's like 11 in the morning. Fuck that.
Oh, I always have like the mentality of it's just not real.
I try to, but it still scares me.
Man,
I
ghosts
I guess
are real,
I guess the other part of it is also like since I've studied movies and stuff,
Yeah,
like I
so-
can really detach myself.
Yeah.
Like even watching movies I like, I still analyze the shit out of them,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm super critical of everything.
Yeah.
So 2 things. One,
Okay.
it's probably a lot easier to do that with your TV too, because usually the higher resolution TVs, it looks more like the people are in a room,
I guess.
which like it's like, oh, you're just on set.
Yeah.
And 2, I'm in a really weird place with scary movies because I hated them as a kid, like absolutely despised them.
Drew seems like that guy that would literally have nightmares.
Dude,
So,
I would leave if people
My
want to watch
my
a scary
friends
movie.
forced me to watch The Ring as a kid, and because
that
of
scared me
that,
when I was a kid.
so it scared me. And then because of that, when we watched Scary Movie, like literally a spoof on scary
Oh, it's like
movies,
literally
I was
Scary
terrified
Movie,
because that bitch was in it.
Fuck that.
And like when she's just in the cornfield, I was like, shake. They're like, dude, it's a comedy. I'm like, look at her, she's fucking terrifying,
Mom!
But like, I can watch some of them now, but I just like I'm also hesitant because I fucking hated them as a
Yeah,
kid.
for
Yeah,
me,
no
it's like
thanks.
just surviving it. It's like I got shit covering my eyes for half the movie.
Surviving it.
Yeah, well, because all my friends, for some reason, well, from school at least, just fiended watching scary movies. We watched like all the Paranormal Activities, all the Insidious movies, watched Hereditary, all these really fucked movies I told myself I would never watch. I got dragged into it, and then it was just like, fuck.
I don't know about you, but my group of friends, like in elementary school, and like, well, mainly elementary school. We didn't really do it in high school that much, but
Yeah.
they mainly used scary movies as an excuse to like get girls
Yeah,
when they were
yeah.
there and like
Yeah.
to cuddle up or
Impregnate
whatever.
them.
Yeah, exactly.
Knocked them up in grade 8.
At 12.
And they would also use it as like a way to see boobs because most scary
Oh, yeah,
movies have
that's
some
fair.
form of nudity.
That's true. Yeah,
Like the first one that I watched.
some chicks taking a bath and just
Just get shanked.
Well, the first one I remember was like Friday the 13th when they rebooted it or something, and there's just
Well, that
a
sex scene. Yeah.
there's that scene in the house which is like the girls going cowgirl on the guy, and it's just like they show everything. I'm like, I'm just sitting there, I'm 12 years old, I'm like, oh,
And the next thing you know, I hear is like, just gets her head cut off.
But they show a lot in that. I was
Yeah.
like, all right.
Back in the day, they're pretty
that's
liberal.
a dangerous game to play.
Yeah. I don't
Well,
know.
then you start having those like weird feelings of you get turned on when you see a chainsaw and like when you see blood.
And
you
now we're
start-
here.
Just roller coasters.
You're
Yeah.
trying to figure yourself out. It's like,
Actually,
am I scared or?
I used to really like I love thrillers. So for some reason, I always hated scary movies, but like the Saw movies.
I
Oh,
were
I
so
can't do
cool.
those.
I watched the whole Saw series and was like, I would watch this again. I
Like-
I
loved
can't
it.
do
It-
gore.
It's the paranormal shit that freaks me out.
Yeah,
I'm the
no, me
opposite.
too. I hate ghosts and shit. No.
I guess the stuff that you can't explain.
Yeah,
when I see someone
just
like
some fucked
when
up
there's
yeah.
some dude in a game and he's literally to survive the game, he's got to take so much of his fat and put it into a weight so the scale drops and then he drops a key. And watching him like remove his own fat and put it in said scale to get the key.
I can't even think.
I can
about
watch that all day.
Rob-
But when it comes to a Ghostbusters, I can't watch that.
Well, the cool thing about Saw is it's like people are like racist or something, and then they have to either not be racist or die.
Yeah,
and then
and
they
by
like
not
die,
being
and you're like, you're
racist-
just a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like you deserve it.
And by not be racist, you mean like they have to lose an arm or die. Like, we don't care if you're not racist anymore. You're losing that arm.
Literally.
Or
yeah, pretty much.
Drew's version was just like there's a racist, and they're like, we're gonna have to paint your arm black for the rest of your life, and
Fuck
then-
it,
And
take
then
me.
chop it off.
and they're like,
And then
put me in the
chop it.
contraption. Give me the-
It's like, bring me the fucking nail gun. Or whatever
Turn
the
on
hell
the
I
wood
use.
chipper.
Yeah.
I can't do gore, even blood. I can do. It's weird because I can see my own blood, no problem. And like,
It depends
I've,
how bad.
I've seen my fingers been all fucked up and stuff. I've been like, whatever. But like, if I see like someone have a cut in their arm, I'm like, literally turn my head as fast as I can.
Why?
So I don't know. I just get so squeamish. And like, my friends were watching Saw, and I threw up. I'm not even kidding.
You threw up at a horror movie?
I think half it was because I was really scared, and half was just because like I don't know, some of the gore just makes me like have like an anxiety attack almost. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like I'll watch like a gory scene in the movie, and I just get really sweaty and like just get really like just feel gross.
Rob just starts climbing up.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. Like my recent example was what movie was it? Oh, it was called Midsummer or something.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
told us about that one.
And then like there's a scene where like these two old people just walk off a cliff because it's like the ritual of the town is like once you reach like 70 something you have to just kill yourself.
That's fucked
And then
up.
the one old guy survives, and another guy and then so he's still alive, like talking. And then another person comes up with like a wooden mallet, just smashes his head. You see everything. The camera frame doesn't like the movie was so fucked because it would just the frame of the scene wouldn't change. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would linger.
It would just stay there, and like you see everything kind of happen. And all you see is some dude come up, bang, there's like a splatter of his head. Literally, man, I stopped the movie and like went for like a walk. I was like, dude, I'm gonna throw up.
Would you be able to watch 127 hours?
I've never
What's
heard of
that?
that, to be honest.
That's the one.
Oh, with the rock on the
yeah,
arm.
where he's like sawing off his arm.
Uh,
I think what's
Oh.
his name? James Franco.
Yeah.
when he's like stuck in the
Yeah.
cat. I watched that.
Would you be able to watch that? Like someone. I didn't watch it. Was there much gore to it?
No.
Or-
No.
it was PG, wasn't it?
It was a lot of like so no, it was a lot of like just him trying to survive, and then just
Well,
bit
because
of
it shows
gore.
you like everything up to the point where his only thought is, I have to cut my arm off
Yeah.
or I'm dead. So it's more of like the build up to the point.
Uh,
Once
It's
it
more-
actually happens, it's literally like it's over pretty quick. He kind of lands, he crawls, it's over.
It's more of like one of those movies where the movie is his mental debate and like
Mhm.
the state
Oh.
of mind he's in.
Gotcha.
But have you guys ever watched Happy Tree Friends?
Yep. As a
I
kid.
hated
No.
that show.
Man,
was
there's
fucked up.
one episode where like it's similar. Like a log falls on his leg, and all he has is a spoon to cut off his leg, and he cuts off the wrong leg.
That's some Drew shit right there.
That also freaked me out. Like, cause like it's like a cartoon, but they're just like taking each other's heads off and pulling each other's eyes out and shit
Yeah,
like that. It's
yeah,
fucked up.
So
I
how do you
mean-
do it? How do you do with that kind of gore? Because obviously it's not real.
I didn't even bother with it. I knew what it
I
was.
didn't
And
even
just,
This is also coming from the guy who's like played Call of Duty since he was 5 years old.
but
Gears
yeah.
of
so
War.
different, man. It's fucking
Gears
COD.
of War is gory though.
Gears
So
of
wait-
War was pretty gross, but like I don't know. It's just like
Did you find World at War gross when your legs would fall off and your arms would flail
a
around?
little bit, but I don't know. It's almost like you kind of have like subliminal kind of blinders on.
That's
You know
what you're
I
supposed
mean?
to have with movies.
I can't though. It's
Nah.
like when movies are, especially Saw, when the whole movie's based around like just people getting their shit just fucked up.
That's the thing though. It's not the end story of Saw. When it finishes, you finish like whatever the 7th video or
Yeah.
movie is. It wraps up so nicely.
I just feel like the story of Saw would get lost in just the immense amounts of gore.
Nah,
It's got such a
perfect.
cool plot.
What about Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I got squeamish during that. Really
Uh-huh.
squeamish at
yeah,
some
you
point.
should have seen my
Annie was the
Niles.
same. She
Yeah.
could not. She would always look away and be like, "Tell me what's happening."
Yeah,
like, fuck no. Like if you
so
want to know
Every
what happens,
single time
watch it.
something like bad happened, I just look over at Robin's. Rob's like, like the look of fear
like-
in his eyes.
It's like I look away, but like I have my eyes like because I'm encased like a.
But every time we
character.
looked away, it's like we make eye contact. I'm like, what the fuck?
The only show where I'm kind of squeamish with the gore is Grey's Anatomy. I can't do
you
it.
watch Grey's
Grey's
Anatomy?
Anatomy.
Brie
I
does.
agree.
So in
Medical
turn, I
shows
do.
are like it's
Fuck.
because it's too realistic.
Yeah. It's
Just
so
like-
weird.
I guess my mom watches those.
Like you see some dude and they're just like manhandling his intestines, and it's like ha ha ha.
Oh god.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's enough to like give me night terrors or anything,
No,
Rob,
no,
but it's
no.
enough to like be like, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah.
This
Mhm.
is too much.
Yeah, I have nightmares. It's like this is
You
very
have
vivid
nightmares?
nightmare was like I got my legs were just gone, but like they were just like dangling veins and shit. And I woke up, and I kid you not, man. Like, I was just like,
My legs.
literally, I was
My
like, I was like
legs.
shell shocked for a whole day, just because like it's just like one of those really vivid dreams that stays into your head. Do you guys ever have that? You have
Oh,
a
yeah.
really shitty dream. It just kind of fucks your morning up for a bit.
Do you guys ever have reoccurring dreams? Like
I've had
one-
2 dreams that I've had twice. That's it.
Kind
Really?
of.
Yeah.
I have one reoccurring dream. It's the only reoccurring dream I've ever had, and it's every single time I get sick. I
What
always
is it?
have the same nightmare. It's like a weird thing. I don't know if you guys have ever had this or if it's just me being fucked, but like sometimes when I'm
Probably
falling
fucked.
asleep, I'm starting to like slowly drift off, and for some reason, like with my eyes closed, I start for some reason feeling like everything else is like scaling up, and then like you start getting a lot smaller.
It's like
So I always have to open my eyes to be like, okay, everything's normal.
I'll start to spin every now and then.
I have,
I guess
like-
it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
I have stuff where I'll have to like open my eyes to like check that everything's still normal.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah.
that's-
not like the shrinking.
For me, it's like shrinking for some reason.
That's fucked up.
And then so my recurring nightmare every single time is whenever I have a fever, I am in like an arena, like a gladiator type arena, and I'm tiny. And then like there's this giant boulder, and there's all these like giants coming around, like playing with it, like throwing it around, and like I have to try to survive and not get like
This
not,
is amazing.
That's a pretty sick dream.
not
Yeah.
get crushed. But it's scary. Like in
No,
the
I
moment,
think
you're
it's
like.
scary.
Like anything could happen, and like they're actually trying to hurt me as well at the same time. Like they're hunting me. It's fucked. And then
What
that's
the-
the only recurring dream I've ever had. Every other dream's
That's
usually on
fucked.
its own.
The only reoccurring dream I ever had or like have, because it's happened a couple times, is I'll be snowboarding and like snowboarding with my mom who doesn't snowboard, and we'll be going up the chairlift with our snowboards, and her snowboard falls off. So then I have to ride the chairlift back down to the bottom to go get it for her. And when I get to the bottom, a cow has it in its mouth and runs off, and a tractor runs it over.
This is the
What
whitest nightmare ever.
I shit you not though. Like it's happened maybe 5 times in my life, and I don't understand why or like
You're-
what the hell.
You're the three-eyed cow.
3-eyed cow.
Oh
I'm
my
the three-eyed.
God.
What?
Mine's like pretty boring. Doesn't have any wildlife in it. Mine just like I've had the same dream twice, just like getting kidnapped straight up.
Mhm.
Just like I think it was because when I was a kid, I just used to be so terrified of the thought of getting kidnapped, as fucked as it is. I had this dream where it's like I'm in like like this kind of like old style hotels where it's like big grand front entrance, like, like giant
It's like beautiful.
chandelier,
yeah.
and it's like smoky. It's like kind of like a
Like Grand Budapest Hotel.
yeah,
type
it's
stuff,
like
yeah.
kind of almost like a the Chicago mob type vibe
Mhm.
almost thing. And then I'm just sitting in the thing, and then all of a sudden, like these guys will come up to me all wearing suits, and then I don't say anything. I kind of know that I have to go with them for some reason, and then I just get kidnapped. Like they put a bag on my head, and then I wake up.
Guys, don't tell Rob, but I know what we're doing for his bachelor party.
I know what we're doing tomorrow. Rob
It's
just
fucked,
wakes up
man.
and there's just like we have masks on. There's 3 guys with a suit.
Yeah.
One starts limping away and he still doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. We have to let Christian go like 2 minutes early because it takes a while to get the car.
I would just attack the
Or-
weak link.
Or he's just way too complacent, and it's just like an extreme coincidence.
It's like
And he's
please
actually getting
kidnap me. I
kidnapped.
need to see what happens next.
Yeah, I need the money. You're actually saving
whatever
me.
whatever the ransom is, fuck it.
They're just looking at each other
As-
like, all right, like
Yeah.
what?
Rob's just they're on the phone like asking for ransom. He's like, ask for more, give me some. 20%.
He's like, who is it? My dad. He'll pay whatever you ask for.
Yeah.
Your dad just hangs up.
Like, oh, you got my
It
kid.
was Rob.
Which one? Him? Oh, whatever.
Yeah, I should see ya.
The guy, he's not worth it.
We can make a new one.
He's unemployed.
Yeah.
We can make a new one.
Too close to
Makes me
home.
want to throw up.
I don't have like any
What,
reoccurring-
parents having sex?
I don't want to think about that.
Oh, not again.
Fuck that.
It's one of those things where it's like, for their sake, I hope they do, but I never want to hear anything about
Yeah.
it.
For their sake, I
When
hope
we
they
were
do.
at my brother's for Christmas, so like they're a lot older than me, for those who don't know.
How much older?
My oldest brother I think is almost 50 or is 50.
Do they still have sex?
So in the kitchen, they were like preparing
In
the
the
dinner and
kitchen.
stuff. We were all just like hanging out, and then my nephews come in, and then my brother walks by and slaps my sister-in-law's ass. And then my nephews are like, "Oh, like we don't want to see this. Like keep
Yeah.
it to yourself." And they're like, "You should be happy that we still do this because that means that we love each other."
Oh.
It's
And
true
the kids
though.
are just like, "We just don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Like you can do it, just don't not in
like-
front of us."
We're happy, but nah.
No.
It's always the most uncomfortable.
They start cheering you on.
Yeah.
Go, mom.
You can do it.
That opened up a door to so many gross mental images.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to think.
So
about
Rob,
it. Nope. Don't.
this
say
is a
it.
therapy session.
I'm gonna throw my calluses at you if you don't.
We'll both pull out the blot test, and Rob will just be like, "I see my parents having sex. I see my parents having sex."
It's like the Rosark, whatever you say.
Blotas.
Yeah. Speaking of that, are you gonna watch
What
that?
I just said.
Are you gonna watch that Watchmen show?
What Watchmen show?
I haven't even seen the movie.
Really?
Mhm.
The movie was really good.
Like
Actually,
the Kingsman?
it's on HBO. It's like you know how there's a superhero group it's led by the guy that has the thingy on his face, the Rorschach test.
Daredevil?
I don't even know.
It's
No.
The
I know
Watchmen.
what Daredevil is.
Do you know what the movie was?
No.
No.
It was like the blue guy in like a jumpsuit or
Blue
something.
Man
No,
Group?
you see a giant blue electrified penis in the movie.
Oh
What?
yeah, that's true. I heard
Sick.
about
Best part of the whole movie.
What the fuck?
An electro
It's,
cock.
it's like a DC. It's a DC movie,
Electro-cock.
right? Watchmen's DC,
that.
I think.
so.
I've never seen
Oh,
this.
I've seen the title.
You've definitely
But
seen the
I've
logo
never-
before.
No.
It's like supposed to be like a ragtag group of people.
Which that's a movie
think.
that's out currently.
That's been out. That was like 2007.
Yeah, it was all right.
Is it on
remember bits and
Netflix?
pieces,
Probably.
but they're making an HBO like full on a big budget show for it.
Yeah, okay,
so
I'll bite.
I just need a new show to watch, man. I've
Hard
watched
pass.
two
Watch
shows.
The Good Place.
Andy started watching that. I really like
It's
it.
funny.
One. Do you like documentaries at all? Like mini documentaries?
Depends on what they're on. Really.
It's kind of like a YouTube. I showed it to Drew this morning, which I have another thing to talk about after this.
Uh-oh.
It's Netflix Explained. It's basically just like, you know, when you go to YouTube and you look up some random topic and they really just dumb it down for you.
Yeah, I like
it's
those
basically
videos.
that. Like the first episode's about billionaires, and it talks about like the different types of billionaires, thoughts on them, like what they do, what they bring to the table, like differences from 20 years ago to now. For
Okay.
example, they were talking about, I can't remember what his name is. Do you remember?
Warren Buffett.
Rockefeller?
No, there was the other one. The one that had like campuses named after him in libraries.
Oh, Carnegie?
Carnegie, yeah.
Oh,
So
so
that's-
that's a building in my school. named
Yeah,
after
so
him.
Yeah.
the reason why there's so many buildings is because he was a billionaire and he just handed out all his money. Like he donated to everything.
Oh,
Well, I
So-
think when he died.
Yeah, when he died. So
that's good. That's how you
and
should do
he's
it.
the one billionaire that went on the record being like, a man who dies with his money is a fool
Yeah,
or whatever. Like
Yeah,
trying to
that's
be
true.
like, you should give away your money before you die.
that's what I live by. So everyone's getting like a few pennies when I pass away.
But anyways, it's like
Philanthropist.
one segment of it is talking about how like billionaires back in the day like him would give out all their money, and then you have billionaires nowadays who are like, I'm keeping this money all to myself and my kids are going to live
Athletes.
on for
Mhm.
thoughts of years.
Most
Every
athletes are
single
like that.
athlete.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like giving back versus dynasties.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a whole series about that, and they do different topics. First one's billionaires, second one's cults. I really want to watch that
Oh,
one.
yeah,
that
cults
sounds
would be
sick.
interesting.
So like you should watch that. It's really fun.
That's on YouTube.
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
I need to sign up Netflix.
You just need to find someone to steal from.
Do any of you guys have a?
I have a family account.
I'm already stealing.
You have one?
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. Well, if you ever are so generous as enough to give me the login for that.
I'm pretty sure out of all of us, like we have 4 people on the plan. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who actually uses it now.
Yeah, you're in.
I'm in. I'm in,
Hey.
boys. I wanted to watch. You mentioned it once, Drew. It's a show about like it's like a psycho eval of like serial killers or something like that.
Oh,
Making
Mindhunter.
Mindhunter. Yeah, that one.
There was the other one that was making
a murderer. But I've already seen that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
But
That one.
yeah.
Mindhunter is so good.
Yeah, I've heard that, and they have Shark Tank on Netflix now too.
Do
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
added it. So
Also, the one thing I wanted to add in that I got reminded of is this morning. So Annie was watching that Netflix episode, and I sat down because it was actually really intriguing.
Yeah.
Watched it all, and I sent the message to Drew. I was like, "You should watch this. I think you'd like it. Like the first episode's all about finances, and
Yeah.
you'd probably like this type of stuff." And then he's like, "Oh, okay. I'll take a look at it." 20 minutes later, comes back to me. He's like, "Yeah, I watched it. It was really interesting." I'm like, "This is at 11 a.m. He's at work." I'm like, "What are you doing?"
It's 'cause-
and he's just like, "Yeah, I watched the episode. This is my thoughts." I'm like, "You have time to do all this at work?"
Jeez.
I have my own office, and it's just like I'm populating
Ooh.
Excel sheets, so I may as well put something on in the background.
yeah,
It's like you. It's like you.
It's like you
edit
playing
it.
video games while you're editing.
it's like,
But
it's
But
like
you
yeah.
know what I mean. Like,
It's like
I
a-
followed him up with the same message. I'm like, "Wow, I wish I had a job where I could do that."
Wait.
it's like a good podcast you should listen to almost.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Get it? Get
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob, we all got it. Jesus.
No, it was.
Walking out the door. Did you guys get that joke? That I mentioned?
it? What a knee slapper.
I honestly think they could have like.
It's not
So
me.
before I watch it with Christian, I'm like, oh god, I feel like I'm gonna hate this. Like some of Netflix opinion pieces are a little like outrageous.
Opinionated.
Well, yeah.
I hate when opinion pieces have
Yeah.
opinions. Those
Too
bastards.
strong of an opinion in this op-ed.
But I honestly think they could have added more opinions into it, like into that episode. No, seriously. Like it was very good at being neutral. They didn't really have any points on like they didn't.
What's about explaining? It's not about giving
I guess.
Okay,
point
so
of view.
Your opinion is that they should have had more opinions in the opinion piece.
Or they could have had.
But his opinion's also that they should not have too many opinions.
No.
I keep thinking of onions because the word opinion and onion are the same. It's all that's in my head. It's just onions flying around.
It's because I went
Sorry.
into it with a negative mindset, and then there was like extremely neutral, and I was like impressed, but I was like, you could have like had another opinion, and I wouldn't have been turned off.
Apparently, they also bring on famous people to narrate it.
Well,
So the third
yeah,
episode's
they had
about
Mark
music.
Cuban in it.
No, like the narrators, like the
Who
actual
narrated
people.
the billionaire one?
I don't know, but the third one is
Someone
about
not famous.
third one's about music, and they have Carly Rae Jepsen.
Ooh.
I thought we said famous.
Hey, she's Canadian, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. That's why you heard. Hey,
Unfortunate.
or here's my number. What's the song called? I just met you.
Here's
Call
my
me
number.
maybe.
Call me
Call me
maybe.
maybe.
Was that her?
Yeah,
Oh
that was
my
Carly
god,
Rae
that's
Jepsen.
literally her only
That's
song. What do you
that's
mean?
literally
I
only her.
didn't know who it was by.
Okay, what do you think her song was?
Like, all this random trash on the radio you hear these days.
Here's Justin Bieber, Carly Rae
Carly
Jepsen.
Rae.
No, the radio's garbage, man. It's
Cardi
the
B
same
comes on?
5-6 songs over and over again.
So when we went to go
Cardi.
pick up my car the other day, we went to go pick up my new car on Thursday, right? Last
Yes.
week.
What kind
and
of car do you get?
Fuck off! I know. Tesla Model 3.
Oh, we even gave us the specs of it.
Oh yeah.
Holy
Anyways, on the way home, both Shane and Hannah didn't want to ride in the new car because they don't like the new car smell. So I had to drive home by myself. And
Who drove the S?
Annie, she took
Annie.
them.
Aw.
So it was those three in one car, and then me in the other car by myself. And the worst part was that my phone literally died as I got in the car from the
Oh,
restaurant, so I
no.
couldn't put on my own music. I had to use. They have something called Slacker, which is like a really shitty Spotify. You can't choose what songs you want,
Slacker.
so you look up like an artist you want, right? You put on the song. It puts on like one of their random songs. You can't choose which one, and then it puts on 4 other songs of similar artists. And it goes back to the artist you want, 4 similar songs, artists you want, and then
Ew.
it starts going like 6 songs, and then 8, and then eventually doesn't put on the artist anymore at all.
That's
It's like, what am I supposed to
that's
do with
gross.
this?
Yeah.
As a side note, you'd think like as a developer for that program, you look at what's out there and you think, man, I'm gonna make mine with all these
Yeah.
stupid rules in it.
So the only thing I can think about why they do it like that is because they probably pay out based on like what songs are played, so they don't want the
Oh,
popular
yeah,
music
yeah,
always
yeah.
being played. They
That's
want
true.
you to see new stuff.
Probably like licensing certain songs pays them more too.
And I'm sure it's probably also a thing of like their philosophy is they want you to explore music and not just hear the same songs over and over again.
I guess
Which
so.
I guess I found like 3 new songs because of that ride, but it also took skipping like 100
Yeah.
songs to find those
If you're like
3.
me,
so
it's like
And
you-
a lot of just being pissed off.
yeah, literally.
Exactly.
It's like I look for new music once every like 3 or 4 months.
yeah,
See,
and then I add like 10 songs.
Yeah,
and I'm done.
See, I'm always listening to new stuff.
Really?
Today, yeah, even today I was listening to like, how would you explain it? It was like freaking, you know, the music you walk into like a Chinese restaurant. It's very soothing, gets you ready to eat.
It's like flutes and shit.
That's
Yeah, I don't
literally
know-
what I was listening to on the way here.
I don't know if you should listen to that again.
Yeah, but I was listening to like, I don't know. I don't really have a taste. I listen to everything.
Yeah.
Annie was listening to Christmas music on the way to the
Yeah,
restaurant.
It's too early
yeah,
for Christmas
I know.
music. I heard it at the mall the other day.
Oof.
At
Fuck
at
off.
least after Halloween.
At least wait till December, man. Because then you gotta hear it all November, all December.
It's too much.
Pisses me off.
Well,
man.
I think we also
Especially
have
working in a retail.
yeah,
See, I
I would
don't
say we have
mind it.
PTSD
Yeah.
from the retail.
Yeah.
They already have
It's
like
the most
winter
wonderful time of the year.
Oh,
It's the
speaking of most
most-
wonderful time of the year, the one thing I got away with, which was my favorite thing in the world, during Christmas time at Zayre's, it was like a week before Christmas, and they had like the Lindt chocolates on sale for some
wow. I
reason,
don't like those anymore.
and it was like those little like 20 box things, whatever.
Yeah.
So I bought 2 of them. It was like maybe 15, 20 bucks.
They're a good Christmas gift.
And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go hand them out. And then the managers did not give a flying fuck because I'm like walking around giving
Giving out
like all
chocolate.
of the cashiers and people like chocolates, and they're
Oh,
like,
nice
oh,
guy,
you take your
Christian.
time. And I killed like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours doing that. I'm just
Just
walking,
walking
around.
around.
Nice
Yeah.
guy Christian.
And
Doing
then
nice guy
because
things.
every time the managers would be like, what are you doing? I'm like, handing out chocolates. They're like, oh, thank you. I love this. All right,
Hey.
easy way to kill
See,
time.
I would just hide at the parcel pickup and get money.
I'd
from
be
all
on the
old
toilet taking a
ladies.
shit.
Fair.
The amount of
For my
times that I
entire
got
shift.
Snapchats from either you or Niall of just your pants down
Niall.
at the
Yeah,
toilet.
Niall was
Niall.
the master of fucking work
Niall
shitting.
has sent a lot of those.
He gets to work, gets on the tool, gotta take a shit.
That's
leaves
it's like
immediately.
Niall, wasn't he a cashier?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
So
was
like
cash-
he literally had to get someone to tag him in, and then he disappeared for 20 minutes and come
I remember one time he asked, can I say her name if it's the first one?
Sure.
Yeah, it
Do
doesn't
you remember
matter.
Jodine?
Yeah.
I remember Niall wants to take a shit or something, and Jodine came in to like spa for him, and she was like, "Man, where is this guy?"
3 hours later.
Literally.
Oh.
I kind of sniffled a bit. Don't hate me.
Ah, that
But-
out.
Oh my
Nah,
God,
great.
Rob.
I always loved how the managers, even if you had a valid reason for like needing to be gone from the till for a minute, they'd get so pissed off.
Yeah.
Like
they
one
hated it.
one of the Jessicas came in and she was like sick, like she was puking. So she had to go. She literally ran away from her till to go puke in the washroom.
Yeah,
And then the head like front end manager was like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you leaving your till?" And she's like, "I had to go puke." And she's like, "Doesn't matter. You should like stay and finish your
just put it in a
shift."
garbage can and keep
What?
keep scanning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I never understood that mentality. It's like even if you were sick, like they wouldn't care. They'd want you to continue working.
Yeah.
Like you want me to
Mhm.
It's like,
infect
what am I
all
to
of
you,
our
a
customers.
The best is like when you're like, I just need to go to the washroom. Like, you should have went on your break. I didn't need
I had to
go
piss for
then.
my
Yeah,
break,
like-
man. My bladder
Jesus.
fluctuates.
Ah,
Pisses me off too. Or when you're in school, here's me a funny story. What time is it? Do I have time to tell it?
We got like another 5 minutes
Okay.
before we wrap up.
So when this wasn't like I don't even remember it. Like I remember like being told the story by my parents. So when I was in junior kindergarten,
He blacked out in junior kindergarten.
I guess when I was a rambunctious child, as you can probably imagine.
really?
Yeah, I know, right? What could have fooled anyone? But I was like, I guess when I was a kid, I thought it was funny to ask to go to the bathroom and then not go. But that's funny. That's do it to a bunch of kids apparently. But the one time I like asked to go to the bathroom, my teacher was like, "Hi, Robert, you've already done this. You can't go to the bathroom." But I actually had to go, but she wouldn't let me. So I stood right in front of her and just pissed my pants.
What an alpha.
Way to establish dominance. Dominance, I guess. Like,
I was like, I had to go.
Man, that poor woman just gets traumatized by Rob the whole school year.
Well,
And then she finally decides to just say, like, you know what, fuck it. And then
I'm
she
gonna
just,
send it to
and she
the
just has
baby.
this kid peeing in front of her.
This circles back to teachers, getting paid more than enough. Don't worry.
I didn't even look at the comments from last week's episode. I kind of wanted to see if anyone commented on what
Oh, I
your
didn't look
thoughts are.
either.
No, there wasn't. There was like
No?
one.
I glanced
No,
at
I
a
don't think
few
there was
of them.
anything on it really.
There was one comment from one of them where some dude was explaining the, like, emergency vehicle.
The police thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. That was a huge
What did we talk
comment. It was
about?
interesting.
The whole being scared of police or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, we're
He
talking
left
about, like,
the-
cops, like, flipping on their lights to go through an intersection randomly and
I was
stuff.
talking
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, it may look like that to you, but that could literally, like, just be someone trying to, like, go on a call but be somewhat discreet. And, like, it's life or death, but they don't want to be, like, going in,
Yeah, it's all
like,
perspective.
sirens
Ah.
blazing. And he's like, to you, that's them doing a U-turn. But to the person, like, in a burning car on the side of the road, that's, like, their lifeline.
So basically,
Well, if it was a car burning on
No,
the
but,
side,
like,
of the
that's
road,
like- I know,
we
I
need to
know.
roll in discreet.
so basically the comment was one big well actually, but like
Yeah.
it made sense.
Hey, don't roast the commenters.
No, I'm
Otherwise, they're
not
not going to
saying-
comment again.
Yeah, it was a novel. I'm not gonna lie. I read the whole thing.
Me
and
too.
I was
Yeah, I
like,
read the
oh
whole
yeah,
thing.
makes sense.
He
Yeah.
had some valid points.
Yeah. Fair.
Made me feel stupid, but you know,
Yeah, but
that's,
just
that's
another
like
day.
a
Just
dick
another
what the
or
day.
internet's for, right?
Yeah.
Sounds
Fucking
another
hell. Oh well. Live and learn to talk. Live another day. Fuck.
You don't
Oh
learn to
my
talk
We
about
gotta
it.
get out of here, man.
Yikes.
fucking Rob.
It's been a long day, man. First day with the new lips and tongue.
Wait, I got the perfect conversation to end. So you're streaming with Priest today, right?
Yeah.
He's too funny. You can't stream with him. He literally is like, Christian, give me your best Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. And then he's like, it's probably something that's like, I'm Arnold. Hi. He's just roasting Christian for like 10 minutes. And I'm sitting at work just crying. And he's just
'cause-
mocking his monotone voice. He's like doing impressions of Arnold, but like completely monotone. Like just flat voice. I
'Cause
was
we were-
dying.
He was like, "We should do karaoke." I'm like, "Fuck no!"
Karaoke.
Like,
Oh, I was
can't-
there for that karaoke.
You should
song.
do
I was like,
karaoke.
I can't. Like, my voice can't change.
But
I
this
can't
evolved.
do it. And then he's just roasting me the entire time. And he had such an infectious laughter that, like, so
I was dying.
it was like a 3v2. Our smoke got down to like 1 HP. I down him, reset him with Doc. So like he's up to 75. He goes back into the fight, comes back out. He's like 1 HP. I'm like, okay, stand up. Like, I'll heal you. So I stim him twice. And then literally as I turn around, he's like, thank you. All you hear is a gunshot and he's just dead. And then Priest is just, he has like a controller. So he has to go out of his way to do push to talk. He does push to talk and just laughs in game for like a solid 30 seconds at him.
Wait, he plays with a controller?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
But
He's better than you with a controller.
Is he the one that's
Better than
insane
all
with
of us.
it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Because
But-
I knew there was one content creator that like
Just-
plays with controllers.
Just him, like, just like faking the monotone, because his voice is kind of like
Yeah.
there's like emotion.
Yeah.
It
He's not dead
faking,
inside.
Yeah.
faking the monotone voice, doing Arnold impressions. It killed me,
Dude,
It
I
killed
haven't
me.
heard you raise your voice like, unless like I do something stupid when we're playing. You'd be like, ah, but like besides that, I haven't heard you been like, I've never heard you get angry or like excited.
I can think of like
Excited.
one
I
or
think
two
Christian's a robot,
situations,
man.
but that's like, I don't think it involved you.
You just gotta
That's
get him.
Smite.
You just
True,
gotta-
you
yeah.
fucking idiot.
We've definitely flamed each other many times.
You just gotta get him heated. Like you gotta do something stupid enough that it just makes him just boil.
I go on rants, but I don't think I actually ever like yell
No.
at someone.
I yell at people.
Sometimes when we're like in a debate and I'm just like then being dumb to piss you off, you'll get your voice up there.
Yeah.
But it's
you
more
say
just
you
like,
act dumb to piss me off?
You'll get,
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah,
act.
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't act. Those are you
yeah,
actually
literally
being.
exhibit A, B, C, and D right here.
I can't even talk about what you said because I don't want to get the podcast flagged for anything.
for stupidity.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So the all-time moment was when we were talking about, what was it again? When like you said something and Drew said it back to you, literally the exact same.
Oh yeah,
way.
where Shane's like, I wonder if you can intake as much water as you outtake, and Drew's like, I wonder if you can outtake as much as you intake.
Class.
Man, I stand by what I said.
Even
I make
Annie,
I
Annie,
made
who's
perfect logical
unbiased.
sense. You guys just have no idea what I was
It's all
trying
in
to
the
say.
semantics. man.
Annie was listening to the podcast, and when she got back, she's like, my favorite part was when Drew was an idiot and didn't understand the same thing was said.
It's about where it builds up.
The sweet spot.
Not really.
Yep,
Good times.
it's different.
I've just been told that as like I'm going through conversation, I'll just get escalatingly louder.
Oh yeah, I mean, you could probably watch it in the audio file. Like I was looking at it, and usually the podcast starts off like most audio portions are pretty
yeah.
small,
Even?
and then the end is just all solid bars of us all yelling or laughing at each other.
We've warmed up.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
getting into
literally,
it.
I got my vocal cords.
I'm always kind of
Warm.
loud.
Me, me,
I
me,
yell
me.
24/7.
When I'm playing COD, I freak the fudge out all the time, man.
Really?
I would never
I
guess.
scream,
It's like-
man. And at the gym sometimes,
That's why I kind of want to start playing COD again, just so I can get Rob to play on PC, and I can
I'm never playing
experience
COD on
it.
PC.
You can play with a controller, and it has aim assist and
Still
everything.
won't do it.
Why?
It's just Xbox and COD, or just
I
that's
I
just
had
how
a
life
solid
works.
chunk of time when I just played Modern Warfare 2 with my buddy on PC.
I played Zombies on PC for a bit.
Yeah, they had the custom things for
But-
it.
It's so much more fun on PC.
I'm just so used to playing COD. Like, just,
I know,
you know what
man.
I mean?
Me too.
You can use a
too.
controller.
But I won't be on Xbox though.
We can put the Xbox right beside you. You can have the Xbox in your lap.
the
if it makes you feel
Xbox,
better.
no, the Xbox is next to his computer.
Oh.
It's all on the same desk.
Yeah, because
Oh,
you hook it up to the
Microsoft.
monitor,
Damn
right?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's no different for you. It's
You
the
idiot.
exact same thing. The only difference is that you wouldn't be able to trash talk on
That's
like
the
open
thing,
mic.
man. I guess I could.
I need
there'd be
that.
text chat, which is even better.
All you hear is just
Text
Rob
chat.
drop his controller.
Yeah. Oh, last thing, I started playing Overwatch again. So much fun.
Play with me. I just
do it.
re-downloaded it.
It's so much fun.
All right, I'll be on
Oh
later.
my gosh, and I love the text chat. Dude, more games should have that. Like, you know how there's that white like all chat.
The general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every game should have that, man. You just say hi, and then some random person will be like, "Fuck you, man."
Just so you can you like dumpster some kid, just like, "Hi, you piece of shit."
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
Fuck you.
Hey, nice one, dude.
Yeah.
I did that in WoW Classic. There's like a world looking for group chat. And I was like, oh, like, I'll put that on so I can look for like dungeons and stuff. And then the entire text box was just constantly moving, like nonstop. It's just people spamming random
Yeah.
shit. Not doing this again.
Overwatch is still super toxic. Also,
No.
it was really like not like as bad as it used to be in ranked, and people are like
Well, now
threatening to kill each other.
There's roll lock.
Yeah, now there's like you queue by roll, so it makes
Yeah.
takes the
And it just like filled me
fuckness
in
out
on
of
everything.
quickly,
Yeah.
Which sounds awful.
No, it makes
Well,
so
it's
much
fine
sense.
as long as you're not DPS, because
Yeah.
then you got to sit there for 10 minutes
Yeah.
to get in. But everyone else, it's fine.
But the other issue is also like when I played with you, I'd be a Mercy main, but then sometimes it'd be like people would be like, we don't need a Mercy, like go on to this.
Yeah.
And I'd swap off. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
You can only swap to your specific role.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is crazy.
I like it, to be honest, because like the worst part about Overwatch before was like just wanting to play and going to play quick play and just wanting to play a half decent game, even if you lose. And you join, there's like 7 or not even people on a team. There's like 4 people playing DPS, like 1 like useless tank, and then
That
there's
was
like
my
a healer.
favorite.
How was that your favorite?
I loved it when we did like I loved when we did 6-man Roadhog or 6-man Reinhardt. That was amazing.
That was fine. I'm saying like in between that and where it is now, where you can only have 1 hero per team, but like the role didn't matter.
I don't know. I still enjoyed that. I think one time we did like all healers.
The most fun I've had was that game when it was 6 Pharahs versus 6 Reinhardts. Remember that?
Rob was so fucking loving it.
Oh man, I was so fucking
Have
happy.
you played Overwatch, Drew?
Never in my life.
You're also decent
so
at Pharah.
Farah has
so
like
fun.
a rocket hand, basically. She just shoots rockets.
She's my
And then
main.
Reinhardt is a guy with a giant shield. And so number or damage used to be calculated based on everything. Like if you hit a shield,
Yeah,
it would
it
count as
still counts.
damage.
Hit anything it counted.
So
yeah.
it was 6 Pharahs who fly around the map with rockets versus 6 shield guys who walk around and they have like a giant
They're all
shield.
just walking
And
around
then Pharah's ultimate is like she just basically stands there and then
Justice Reigns from
a bunch
above.
of like rocket pods come out and it's just rockets flying everywhere and you can do massive damage. So
Oh,
then
yeah.
whenever Rob would have his ult, he would go in and then it'd just be 6 Reinhardts with all shields and he'd do his ult. It'd break all the shields, but that's
They
it.
would just send- they
And
would
he'd
just
just
be
sit
looking at
there.
me after.
Yeah. And he'd just be like loving it. He's like, yeah, I broke the shield.
And they get the shield back so fast
I
that
know.
it's like doesn't even matter.
I finished that game with like I don't remember exactly, but over 40,000
Yeah,
damage.
I think you got 45. I got like 42.
It was just fucked, bro. It was so
Just
much fun
absurd, but
like
like
imagine in
meaningless.
Smite getting like 80,000 damage. Like
Yeah.
that's the equivalent.
But like not doing anything at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you got no
Literally, I was
progress.
just flying around, holding down the shoot button, just shooting at all the shields I saw. It was so much fun.
All right.
But, yeah.
We should probably end it off here. We're almost at an hour and a
Mhm.
half.
The
Any
Browns are
final
playing.
thoughts? No sports. We're not getting
Save
into
for
that
next
rabbit
week.
hole. Oh, I guess I'll say it again because people keep asking about it for video for the podcast. We're still trying to see if it's worth it. And I'm also thinking about since the podcast has been doing okay on like Spotify and stuff. I'm starting the application for Apple, by the way. Try to get an Apple podcast.
Nice.
Since the podcast is doing okay, I was thinking about maybe branching off to a different channel for podcasts as well as other IRL stuff. And then like Annie has an office in the other room where we could take over and we could set up like a nice round desk
with permission.
Annie, get out!
Hey.
And I was thinking about getting like 3 cameras set up so we could have like a camera for podcasts, and then if we want to do like board games or Legos in there, like we can do that whole setup.
Okay.
So that's a possibility in the
Moving up
future.
in the
You're telling me I
Let's
gotta
go.
wear half decent clothes to
I'm
record
wearing this
now?
every single time because
Yeah.
we're going
I don't think
climbing
anyone
right
will
after.
care.
Yeah.
We're going
I guess
climbing
that's true.
after.
Well, usually
They're
I'm
gonna
wearing,
see me in the same sweatpants week
usually
after
I'm,
week.
usually I'm wearing gym clothes anyway, so maybe I can get
Oh.
But before I come in, I'll do some.
Get a couple
Yeah.
extra follows.
Maybe have a shirt that doesn't have a hole in the armpit.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
you saw that.
We've been
Dude,
staring
I
it
thought,
down
I
the
thought
whole
the shirt
time.
was something else, and then I grabbed it and I was like, "Oh, the shirt is the armpit." And I told myself on the way here, "It's like keep your arms by your sides. Don't do anything stupid." And of course, I'm going like,
I didn't
"Ugh."
notice until like 2 minutes ago. You put
Dude,
your
it's
arms up
bad,
or something.
man.
Yeah, it
It's like humongous. Where is it?
Ooh.
Right here.
Save that for the photo shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, why would you rip it?
Oh my god.
That was kind of an accident, but
I was gonna say, was that on purpose?
I was trying to like do like a little tug, so that's the whole fucking.
You actually destroyed your shirt.
Oh my god.
I got to take
Oh
a
my
photo of
He
this.
ripped
Take
like
a
all
picture.
down the side.
What?
Like I was gonna do like a little tug, so it would make the noise of like the fabric, and look what happens.
It looks like you're just like de-sleeving it.
yeah.
I mean, you may as well at this
God
point.
damn.
I'm-
Yeah, just honestly make a tank shirt or
Honestly.
tank top.
A tank shirt.
Tank.
Man,
But-
now we're gonna need cameras because that must have sounded so funny on the fucking thing.
All
I
right.
want to go like a little rip like that, and then I just like all came at the same time. But
I guess that's a good way to end the podcast.
Perfect.
We'll be back next week. Podcast will be out on Wednesday as usual. All right, that's it. Take care.
Mwah.
Bye.
Well, goddamn, man. There goes this goddamn shirt. Oh, it's still recording.